Okay, it is Friday. Um, I'm not gonna try to get too carried away for this next one, but there is at least something I like to do. But how fast? How fast can I illustrate this? Oof, my bad. I'm sorry, my dudes. I also had to do a reset. Actually, what? Yeah. Let's go for something a bit more retro, I guess. You know what? I'm just gonna like do the best I can, right? Based on yeah. Oh yeah. Uh, you know what? If it helps, then it helps, right? So I mean, I can. This is good to start with simple shapes first. Mm-hmm. Gotta have a little bit of that at least, so. Yeah. Mm. Happy 30th birthday, Sonic 3. Happy 30th birthday. Mm-hmm. Fine. I'm just like doing it. Yeah. So today I had to like shovel out the driveway after work, but yeah, it's being like it should be more like over here actually. I shouldn't. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. It's just a warm up, So what matters is trying to make her look right. So yeah, decided to start with Knuckles. I actually like Knuckles when I was like younger. So oh man. But it's even though I like as a long time Sonic fan, I'm just like, I hate it for like well, there was this one time I drew for the I did drew Sonic a Hedgehog a few years back. That was like not bad, if you were to ask me. But I haven't like, drawn like other characters like Tails and Nuck, right? So I'm gonna try the best, but I don't think I'm looking to, like, be too heavily invested, because I'd rather just, like, try focus on, some animation work, just because, well, because I got something else I gotta just focus on for now. Big shoe. You're gonna hear me say that a lot, probably. But it is good change nonetheless, so. But there is, well, one more I want to incorporate. I like to call it the forbidden character that only I, as a child, even up to this day, still have when I was younger. Oh, you'll see. Oh. Nike swoosh. Oops. I gotta have to, like, do a little better at that, but... And no, I haven't had, like, any proper training much, but... I might not even, like, do a good job with it, though. That's probably why. But I kind of, like, took elements, so... Because why not, right? Nah, let's try it. Let's actually do it, Yeah, look at that. Confident smile, alright? But, like, again, try... Okay, I'm looking up for Tails. You guys know, but there's, like, Tails. How adorable he looks in the most recent incarnation, I don't know if you guys thought the same, but when I first saw Tails in Sonic 2, I thought Tails was a girl. Although, at the time, we didn't know much. Like, me and the siblings don't know much about Tails, but given the color schemes and the cuteness, And I mean, well, nowadays, but he somewhat has that femininity, right? Earlier on, and fun fact though was that developers at the time, or at least maybe like some, thought Tails might be a potential love interest for Sonic the Hedgehog. Although that's like, it's not like, I can't remember who or what said, but it's not to say it is confirmed or it's just like, it's a bit weird. It's like not everyone is like caught up to who Tails' real gender was at the time, and interestingly, you know, the only reason I brought this up is because of the soundtrack. You know, towards the ending, is something like, you know, it's like it implies there's some romanticness to it, you know, but feel free to call it brotherly love if you want, but. Crap, I had so much chicken today. KFC just like, here, Knuckles. Okay. So, how am I gonna do this one? I know I've done like humans to the point, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Might as well, right? And just like work along, so. Yeah, something like. I'm trying something different, guys. Believe me. No, over. But hey, this will make for a pretty good warm-up too, right? So. There we go. Oops. For a bit, looks like Eggman, but not like that, you know. Can't believe I'm doing this. Only because it's Sonic's 30th? Sorry. That isn't correct. It's Sonic's... In a few months, it will be the 33rd anniversary. Today, on Groundhog Day, is Sonic the Hedgehog's 3. And that is like the very, very, very important landmark. Basically, it is like one of the best. If you want to go as far as to say the best of the original trilogy and maybe even the whole classic, right? But for me growing up, I played, or at least I find myself enjoying Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Because heck yeah, Sonic 2. I mean, yeah, I got Sonic 2 when we don't own it until our some cousins actually own it, and we just like bought into it for some of the money, and then it's just like, hey, yeah, I did have Sonic the Hedgehog 1 too, in a way. So technically, I did play Sonic the Hedgehog 1 first, then I played a second. We did play 3. We only rented it though, unfortunately. But I've already stated in my yesterday's stream, we only got so far to the Barrel Doom until Mega Collection, in which I was able to figure out a way how to get past that. And I only did it just by my own sheer experimentation. And that's how I figure out how to actually beat it. And the rest of the zones are like totally new to me. I never, or at least never use the internet at the time to figure out, you know, and well, you know, it was a different time, right? So gotcha. Gosh, tails look a little like big. Yep, boy. Oos! Dumbledore only draws and it made white boost. I could do more. You know, I'm trying to keep it simple, right? That'll be a little legs, sure. Or, I don't know. Got a little motion, right? Got a little motion there. How do you think this looks fine? I'll get to the hands, don't worry. No worries. I'll get to the hands. Oh damn it! Sonic 3 soundtrack is like, fight me. It's the best soundtrack in the entire series. Like, yo, I will keep listening to the series, this one, up until the day I, you know, yeah. Because I tend to listen to this soundtrack, I would say so many times, I don't even remember how, like, I don't keep track of it at all. That's how awesome it is, right? Okay, gotta try. Cheers! Bam 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 bam. This is good. This is honestly kind of like a fun exercise, not gonna lie. Hmm. Only because it's like different. All part of the whole, you know, scheme. Something like, you know. Let's see how that looks. I mean, I guess Tails naturally should look a little small, but let's see. Oh my gosh, he is a little small. But let's just make him a little bigger, because I know he's like a little bigger, that like little brother. I think that's no, wait. Almost. Almost. The fur! I forgot the fur! I'll get the fur. Sheesh! I'll get the fur. I'll get the fur, but not so much. I'll make him look a little better when I get to it. But I think it looks fine. I think he looks pretty okay. Alright. I'm done. Wait, are we missing someone? Let's see. Well, there are so many different incarnations. I'm
gonna see if these are big enough.
That's probably my brother. Anyway, ooh. I haven't played Sonic, the latest Sonic. Sonic Superstars. Yeah, Sonic Superstars. Here we go. Here we go. Our main man of the hour, or the main hedgehog. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. I actually like this Slender. Like, well, if there's one thing I noticed though, is that the way I look at this now, it's like, it's essentially like, take modern Sonic, squish, make him a bit chubbier, and kind of have the proportions of that. But kind of just like remove Emerald Hill eyes and make him look. You know what? He kind of does look more like the more modernized version. I mean, at least classic Tails look like it, and he's like freaking adorable. But if I were to compare that, Let's see. Uh, I don't know. Let me look it up, just in case. I definitely do like how Sonic looked more with, like... Well, I do think that's pretty cool. I do like it with... I feel like Sonic look better when he's a bit more like... Hold on. This. He's too big. I know. Da-da-da. There we go. Notice the difference? Besides the blue. Yeah. Look at the difference. It's pretty close, yeah. But I like... I like how that one just looks, you know? But there's one noticeable thing I find. No buckles. That's what I noticed. I have no idea. Oh. What are they talking about, that thing? Ah, okay. Anyway, yeah. I guess this is what happens when you're not using, like... That should be fine. Okay, I'm gonna go for this one more because it's closer. I like it. Like, it still is iconic. Bum 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 bum. Alright. How am I gonna do this one now? Well, I'm not gonna, like... Let me, like, try to pick up something more... A little more unique. A little more. Well, I mean, there is a cross, which honestly is like one of my absolute favorite poses for Sonic. But I don't know, we'll see how it goes, I guess, though. Yeah, this time it's going to be more like that. But we'll make sure he looks fit as a fiddle, alright? Or, hey, it's kind of like, you know, the first game's title screen, right? So, why don't we do this, something like that? Man. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. If I take too long to do this, it's my fault. But you know, you really get into it once you really get into it. So. Yeah, talk about Rab. It's gonna be like, so it's gonna be more like that. But I kind of like it if I don't like, you know, have it like in a way, you know. Have to find them right. I don't know if I would get copyright strike because this technically does contain like resources. Oh, I don't know, like glass shattering and like, you know, pretty dope, you know. Oh, you know, right? Oh man, I'm struggling with the feet for some reason. I got this. I know I can do it. I got this. Now, if I'm gonna do like the American Sonic, that would be like super simple. Like I could do that if I wanted to, but I feel like I should try pay respect a little bit more. It's like say, how. So you got one. I'm trying, guys. I'm seriously trying. Dum dum da 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 da. Da 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 da. How do you actually, you know, if we go back, because a good way, usually nowadays, I guess how they would render modern classic Sonic is, you kind of had to like do that you know. Whereas with this one, it's you only see it. Well, that's like the earliest illustrated art of Sonic. You know, nowadays this is like this is why he looks so different. You know, he looks a little different. So to make it to make it simpler, rather than just like I don't know, like do I don't know how to describe it, but it's what I think most American and European artists look up this and go, huh, Sonic only has like one, like, you know, just a fin, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's it. Like, when there's a bit more to it. Backside. So if, you know what, we could look at the sheer difference because we actually do have resources for that. And guess what? There is. There it is. Wait a minute. Why don't you like open image? Yes. Oh, okay. Well, I could do. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. Alright. You can't stop me. Here we go. So, yeah. You see how classic Sonic's back spines work? Yeah. That's the back spine. How it looks. Or at least that's how they would look at it. It's just a little weird though. Like you don't see like the middle bit. But it's like it's a bit weird. A bit weird, but understandable. I know I feel like that's a lot. So while some of that is still present in this current incarnation, it looks a little more. I don't know, from this angle. It works. So, this looks a little more like that, you know. It would be incorrect of me to assume that it would go like this. Oops. Like, that's not how you do it, really. That's not how you really do it. What you're supposed to do, kind of, is more like this. Kind of more like this. This is just something I'm just noticing, you know? Maybe, but that's not really right either, is it? And kind of just like... kind of more like... that, you know? But I love it, but you know, if there's one thing I love about this, was it feels like it's just more sticks up, right? I like it when the quill just sticks up more than it's just like down, you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to do here, kind of. But not too much, so I feel like it's a little, it looks a little trickier. It looks a little trickier, but I think, like initially it looks fine. If I wanted to like that's, I don't know. It looks a little different. So. I believe I might be able to do it. Well, first of all, I gotta have to like... no, it's fine, but... I don't know. Then what you're supposed to do... Additional, as far as I know, Sonic and Amy are the only the characters. Yeah. That has like, you know, flesh color parts. Yeah. I know, because after that, most characters don't, like, you know, provide flesh colors unless, I don't know. I find that oddity very interesting. But that was like, you know, a time for the time, right? She wissy. I don't know. I think it looks better just having it look at us. The good old wagging, right? So. My bad. Go, 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 go. If I feel like I mistimed it, blame on the latency. Well, excuse me. No, he's not going to have 4. He's going to have 4 fingers and a thumb, like a normal character. That's it, really. I feel like that's, well, actually there is still like, you know, this. Come on! Well, I gotta make Sonic bigger. Gotta make him just as big as Knuckles. How about there? Yeah. Tails canonically small. Like, that's how he should look. Well, looks like that's all three. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm not done yet. What do you mean you're not done? Well... Alright. Let's make some space. Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to shuffle over here. I feel like I'm gonna have to make a little bit more space. Hold on. It's a bit bigger than I figured it'd be. But I think it's fine. Well, I mean, for now anyway... Yeah! Alright, here we go. Yes, I'm focused right now. Gotta say, I'm enjoying it so far. Just want to say that. Aha. That will be fleshed out later. But I'm gonna get to that. Whee! I wouldn't mind making it just a little bigger. How about that? Nothing too crazy. Who pinged me? Nobody pinged. At least I know anyway. Ooh. Dum dum da 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 da. Sonic. All right, I'm going with what I have. Let's do it. So. Yeah, go on. Trying to get the nose to look right. Do 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 do. Get ready. Here we go. Yo, there we go. Is Zaman know the chaos? Sorry, it's a little hard to read. Sonic, cool. Thank you. Okay, Zamano the chaos. Thank you for the follow, man. Thank you. Yeah. Happy 30th anniversary, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Yeah. So, I'm doing a little sketch pretty much just because I wanted to pay tribute to it. The best in this Czar is okay. Okay, Czar. I know I fudged up your name because that's a mouthful there. Although, in all fairness, my name is, well, if you're new here, I go by Dumbledore. You know, with the silent E, right? But, yeah. Well, I used to go by a slightly different name, but, you know, I kind of just changed it up after a bit of an identity thing, but, you know, that's me and me. I primarily draw the cutesy arts and even get around to other things. Sometimes I tend to be experimental, but most people know me for being as an illustrator, so yeah, welcome aboard. Make yourself at home, enjoy, and happy Friday too. I used to go by more interesting name. I just don't. Oh no, that's okay. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to talk about it. That's fine. That's fine. But I can tell you a little bit about myself. So I mean, I didn't find a name that I associated until Dumbledore back in 2009. It was a throwaway name at the time, but it stuck with me since then. And it all started on, well, DeviantArt. DeviantArt, yeah, so DeviantArt, that's where it all started. And yeah, I've been on DeviantArt for 15 years now. I mean, I was young and stupid, and now I'm 16 and more stupid. Oh! Well, I forgive you. You know, you learn as you grow, right? That's what matters. Um, it's just a matter of, well, you know, I mean, in my teens. I know I made I have made some fair share of stupid, some more blatantly stupid events. But hey, you know, that's how we learn, right? Sometimes we take on stupid things. And you wouldn't know unless you try, right? That's not to say you shouldn't just like make yourself feel bad. I think that's just how it happens, right? So, oh crap. All right. You wouldn't know until you at least try, right? Oh, and I have stupid names. My first ever nom, anyways, with Windgamer. That's not okay. I mean, you know what? That's not stupid at all. It could have been worse. Like, if you were younger back in the day and was like, I've seen very creative names that, you know, I would say at least your name stands out a little more compared to most. Like, you would have like XX underscore whatever name. It could be like, say, I've seen like funny names that says capitalized XX underscore anime lover XD. That, you know, the mid 2000s stuff. I know it gets worse. Oh man, it's you're free to not bring it up if you don't want to, but I'm not gonna criticize. You know, I won't criticize. I promise. But feel free not to if you're not comfortable, right? So, okay, I'm sorry. This thing just keeps looping. I don't know how my previous name wasn't banned from Twitch. Really? Ooh. Really? Wow. Well, I guess not all names get banned immediately, or maybe it was just because of lack of moderation on Twitch's part, but alright. Sorry. Let's say I was a lot into anime, and then I was it. Oh. Ah, I see. I see. Well, hey, you know, it's okay. Like, you remember, we were younger. When I was your age, I know yeah. Being in the teens, it was certainly an interesting time. It certainly is. So don't feel too bad if you made mistakes. As long as if you haven't done anything that is really bad, but well. But hey, you know, you live, you learn, right? Live and learn. Hang on to the edge of tomorrow. Yeah, that's the theme, right? Ah. You see what I did there? Yeah. Live and learn. Because if you don't, how are you gonna learn, you know? Exactly. You don't know. You don't know those things. Like, you don't know until you experience it. Sure, you may take your parents' advice, and that's actually much more preferred, but it's just, yeah. I can be a bit rebel myself. I'll say that, but truth is, you don't know until you try. And it's fine. I know. Anyway, I mean, it was just a joke in the country I was in. Some people still call me the dealer. Huh. Interesting. Oof. Interesting. Well, yeah. Yeah. I don't think I have much else to really add to that, but yeah, I don't know what else to add there. But at least right now, I think your name is that your current name is fine as is. So there's that. When you start your animation story channel, this is gonna be a story. You're doing an animation. Ooh, awesome. Do you have an well? Do you have a idea of the sort you want to like tell about? Like, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you have one, but do you have like a rough synopsis what it's gonna be? Don't need to tell me spoilers, you know, but doesn't have to be like too in depth. It could be like, hey, maybe yours is maybe like fantasy, real, or maybe sci-fi, something like that. I'm interested to know. I know my story project I'm trying to get started with though is let's just say it's Genshin Impact related, but well well let's just say it's something. Now, I wanted to tone it down for YouTube, that's for sure, but my last animation project is like, whatever you do, please don't look at it. I know you're I know you're like in your later teen years, but don't look at it, please. I'm not gonna bring up the name, okay? You're not old enough to see it anyway, so just want to let you know. And before you even think about following me, I'm an adult, so please don't. Okay? This is just a heads up. Just saying. Oh, I still haven't started a channel, but like my name is gonna be a chaos. Chaos. So something chaos related. Okay, cool. Well, I hope that it goes well. And oh my goodness. Oh. Sorry if I come up a little tired-ish, but yeah, I hope that you'll do well on your endeavor. I need to like try to work on the animations this year, although it's more like a side project for now. Give me angular sonic seekers, baby. Yeah, here we go. Now we're talking. Oh, that's a lot nicer. A lot nicer, yeah. Almost. I like it when it's a little bit more... Oh yeah, now we're talking. I've been practicing feet in this way. Right now, the projects I am working on are like guided guy style animation, but not that good, of course. Guided. I never heard of guided guy, but I'm curious. I don't know. Guided guy. Oh, storytelling for animation using a little golden eye. Oh, that. I haven't seen this channel yet. Okay. Oh, I see. I'll take a quick sip of it later, but hey, you know what? What matters is that you have someone that you look up to as a source of inspiration. Get it? That sorry. Guild. I usually pronounce it like GU followed by guy. Gilded guy. I get. I think I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. I'm not good with it, so if I fumbled with pronunciation, it's because of how I pronounce things. So, covered it. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that makes sense since the main protagonist. I see him frequently across thumbnails and then some, so that's pretty cool. If there's something that I'm inspired by, of course, man, you know what? I definitely, one thing that I definitely like, I like anime, but I also like a hit of like Western animation, And I'm talking about good Western animation. Lately, I look back at how Disney used to make like, solid animations of the heyday. Like, they're awesome. They're awesome, right? So. Oh, he's just the best! His first YouTube project was called Slush Invaders, and he's made 2 games about it? Oh, damn! 2 games. He's a game developer too, is he? Ooh. Interesting. Funny to say that, because I'm a developer to be too, yeah, I am technically, or at least have worked on video games. Nothing on the grand scale, mind you. I'm still like, I made some, and I have one project that I am working for my buds. Right now it's a little slow, but, I'm mainly in charge of programming when I do video games. But, yeah. Now, Disney has a lot of 3D animation movies, and I'm not really into it. I don't blame you, man. Disney's, hasn't really. I much prefer Disney movies up to a certain point, preferably at 2D animation movies more, to be honest with you. Like, I'd rather watch Pixar. Even Pixar's latest outings were, as the internet today would call it, mid. Whether you think that, it's like good or not, it's how you think about it. I don't know. I haven't really caught up with many movies nowadays, to be honest. I tend to watch stuff on YouTube for the most part. Sometimes anime, Sometimes anime. But, yeah. I don't have like the best taste, but it's what made me, But man, I definitely do enjoy like really nice ones. You can find really awesome people and great animation content once in a while. Don't get me wrong, 3D animation is great. My favorite movies is 3D animation, but Disney's just not that great with it. Yeah, I would say that too. I know, like 3D movies can be great. It just feels like something about those movies nowadays just like don't excite me anymore. I'm more interested in like, I don't know, unless if it was made just like, you know, I don't want to hate 3D films. I still like watching them, but I don't watch films all the time because of the fact of how it felt like it's lacking, it's uninspired, and it's just made just because you don't often see great movies too much these days. And like the last great 3D movie I watched, ironically, is a video game, Super Mario Brothers. And the year before that, Sonic Hedgehog 2. Which, by the way, I'm looking forward to Sonic Hedgehog 3 later this winter, so in December, but you know. Shrek is great! Oh my gosh, Shrek! I was just thinking about what a great example! Shrek is forever, I'll say. Shrek is forever. I'm saying it right now. Let's see. Does it look a little easier to see? Maybe. Yeah. Shrek. I love the first Shrek. I love the second too. Not so much for the third. I haven't seen Forever After, but you know what? Shrek. You know what? At least DreamWorks. I think DreamWorks is kicking ass for the most part. DreamWorks been kicking ass for the most part, and that's good because we need like good films, you know. And hey, Angel, thank you for the raid and welcome back. How did the stream go? Yeah. So yeah, sorry, I got sidetracked there, but it went well. Well, that's fantastic. Glad you had a good one. Also, happy Friday, Angel. It is Sonic the Hedgehog 3's 30th anniversary, and that's what I'm doing right now. Well, you know, because I can, right? DreamWorks has some really great movies. I like How to Train Your Dragon, Puss and... Oh yeah, Puss and Booze and a lot more. Yeah. But in spite of those, I haven't seen their most recent outings. By the way, DreamWorks used to start off making 2D animation before they transitioned to 3D, all because of Shrek. Oh yeah, she is an artist too. Definitely check hers out sometime. Definitely should check her out. She's great. But yeah, for me, I just don't have a lot of investment or time to look into stuff, but I know I definitely should try to do something else rather than just like watch TikTok, non-TikTok videos. Well, I was going to say YouTube, but it's like, you know what? Most things nowadays are more like TikToks inspired, like YouTube shorts and that, you know, and Twitter and stuff. Shorts, yes, but it's like, yeah. Yay! That's awesome. Dum 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 dum. Oh, baby. Sorry. Alright. I need to fix the tails a little better. And make it less more like that. Again, I haven't like drawn Sonic the Hedgehog like Sonic characters. Like for me, I mean, I drawn Sonic before, but this is like a first for me, not gonna lie. So, yeah. And man, I forgot the eyes too, or something like that, you know. Fun fact, I'm from a country you probably never heard before. Never heard before. Never heard before. Never heard before. Well, I'm not like world conscious, so I don't know every landmark, say for like, you know, big names, but probably not like everywhere, so I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure. Saudi Arabia? That, I mean, I guess I'm shooting at the dark right there, but then again, it is a common ad break. Oh. Ad break. Hold up. I gotta wait. Bulgaria? Okay, well, it's not relatively new, but I forget it exists. Wait a minute. You don't have, do you have like a super ad thing or something? If you haven't seen it, then you're probably watching the stream without, you know, the ads playing. So, hold on. If you can still see me, then you should be fine. I would assume most people don't have like ads. If you can hear me now, then let me know. Dum 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 dum. I better save just in case. Yeah, I think I know why. In Bulgaria, there aren't any like advertisers that advertise on Twitch. Yeah. Really? Really? No way. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I'm not sure if that's exclusive in Bulgaria, but wow. Well, I use ad blocker, but on Twitch, I like to turn it off in order to support content creators on Twitch anyway. Not that ads bother me much. If you're you know, in the non-Bulgarian territories, nowadays you can still see their content, but you're not gonna like see it like in full screen. You'll see like just a little window above the usual text chat field. It's like usually it's above that, but even then, most of the main window will be like advertisements. Usually range for like 15 seconds to longer. But at least that's how it works over here. But hey, we still find ways to get around it though, so. So yeah. Speaking of, it makes me I'm reminded that Bulgaria also took heavy stance against loot boxes and stuff. So I think I remember something along the lines of that, if I remember. So I know because at least in Overwatch 1, at some point they eventually disabled the feature with, so if you want to buy specific stuff from now on, you gotta like buy the specific stuff. Gambling is extremely prohibited. That's what I know anyway, so. But at least that's what I know so far, so. Oh, I know. There's actually one ad in Bulgaria, and it only plays on Bulgarian streamers, and I rarely ever see. Oh, okay. Still, I feel like anywhere else, anywhere where, you know, if the person is non-Bulgarian, I feel like I'm starting to screw up with it. But I might need more water. I know I drink like a lot, but yeah, cool. That's pretty cool to know. So, what do you know about Bulgaria, my friend? Well, it's not Belgium. I don't know if Bulgaria provides extremely good chocolates, but I know Belgium does. But that's it. I'm sorry. Again, I'm not like an encyclopedia of Earth, so I don't know everything about it. I'm sorry, my friend. That is an obscure location. I'll give it that. So. But other than that, well, that one news article from a couple of years back, because, you know, I do read up, like, you know, video gaming related news. Yeah, that's all I know now. But nothing else. Let me tell you some fun facts if you want to. Okay. But before, well, you're more free to put it down, but I need water. If you excuse me, I will be... Just a quick one. Be right back! Ugh. Remember, hydration is important. Be right back. And I'm back with more water in hand. Tell me some fun facts about Bulgaria that I don't know. Okay, so we are the largest rose oil provider in the world? We're a Slavic nation and we have a lot of delicious food. Just saying. The third one, of course, that's the most interesting. We have a lot of delicious food. That sounds like a selling point for in your country, if especially for any tourists, right? The other two ones is like, okay, interesting, cool, but food? Oh, now you're talking. You can check one if you want. Our national dish is called Benista. Again, I apologize if I mispronounce it. It may be pronounced differently in your country. I'm Canadian, just to let you know. I'm like French Canadian. Well, French English Canadian, but it's complicated. But that's why it's like. That's why some things are a little more trickier for me. Also, autism. Yes, even that plays in part, so. But I'll do my best. Feel free to correct me, but can't guarantee. But yeah, gotta make sure to drop her. Ooh. By the way, there are a lot of Bulgarian in Canada, and like, oh wow. Well, I guess I should be surprised about that because we do have like mixed mixed races and cultures and that. So yeah, at 35, that's actually a lot. Quite a lot. Ooh. I don't think that's... Wait, that's not how you do tails, right? Let me see. Almost. Still dwarves. Just need to like a bit more... Maybe. I really want to visit Canada. It sounds like a cool country, so you do pull a lot Canadian. Oh. Well, I'm glad you thought so. If you do intend on visiting Canada, and if you're... I don't know if you have like a particular destination in mind, but you have Toronto, Ontario, there's... Well, those are a bit pricey, but if you're thinking of going to like British Columbia, which is like the furthest in the west, don't go there unless you have a lot. It's expensive to find like hotels and that, and I learned that like as I was planning like to do a convention, but it was like expensive. It's expensive as heck, so please don't go there. But for Ontario and Toronto, or Toronto, Ontario, like they're good. They're good places. Maybe the best even. But again, it's a bit much. I'm not saying it's the most expensive place in the world, I think, but just keep in mind if you're gonna find rooms, you know. But where I live where it's not as expensive, but again, where you go, prices may vary. I live in New Brunswick, so um, we got some nice things going on here too. We like to call it little wonders of the world, you know. um, but yeah, there are many great places to go. To one day travel. One of these days that I would like to travel. But I'll need to first be well established and you know, just making sure that I have the money to. That might happen sooner. By the way, Bulgaria is one of the cheapest countries in Europe. Ooh. Damn. If I knew that, I'd be better off. Well, at the moment, though, our houses, well, we don't have to, like, pay a lot in our current housing, but... Which, you know, I'm not alone, though, because I live with the twins. So, yeah. But yeah, living is a bit expensive these days. But hey, it's good to know. You only traveled to Italy so far? Oh, I've never been to Italy yet. What's it like up there? If you wish to, if you would like to elaborate, if you like, but you know, oh well, hey, you know what? On the topic of travels, the only places I ever traveled as far as I was able to up to a point was the United States of America. Where I live close to the border, so yeah. Well, we used to go there pretty much like I don't know if my mother like had like a passport of some kind or something like that allowed us to just travel to America freely, but nowadays it wasn't quite the way it is, you know. Nowadays it's much more restrictive and you need like an actual passport or something before you could like do that more. But we used to do that just for like a few years until it's like, you know, we can't do it anymore. But yeah, that was a thing. That was a thing. It is really cool. The Italians are chill and really perverted. Oh, I don't know. And they have a lot of great food too. And I made pizza. And the pizza in Italy is really different than in any other countries. You know, I would not be surprised. I bet you they're more handmade, handcrafted with elegance. I believe we have imported pizza from Italy, and I have a pretty good guess. They're square. Ooh. So all pizzas are made in Italy are square. Is that how they made ever since, or what? I always thought they're usually round. I mean, I've seen square pizzas, and we consume square pizzas, so I guess. Pretty cool to know, though. Oh, wait. I was like, oh, I'm on the wrong layer. And it's like, oh. It's alright, guys. It's all cool. It's all good. It's all good. So good. If you're not in the tourist area, every piece is square. Oh my god, you mean to tell me that they've been hiding the secret away from us this whole time? Damn Italians. Damn the fact that they're hiding the secrets that they've been baking pizza squares this whole time. I can't believe. Damn it, damn it, damn. Then again, I guess it's true that being square is not a special shape. I always associate pizza being circle because that's how I grew up seeing most of the time. And slowly I started seeing squares as like, oh, that's cool, you know? So yeah. I don't want to sound ignorant or something, but that's something I didn't know. So, pretty interesting fact. Also, they love football. Like a lot. Now, I would assume football being, at least here, over here in the West, soccer! But it's football, right? Yeah. Don't worry, I know, because it's not, like, it's not soccer up there, it's football! You know, that. I made a mistake to travel when their national team won something. What? There were so many smoke bombs and flashes. What? 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 What the heck? Why? Why? For reals? Alright, alright. I will hydrate. I will hydrate. I need to drink anyway. They just left football. Good. Thank you for that. Well, I'm glad that they have a favorite sport, you know. They do. They were also singing in 11 p.m. I laugh a lot at it. What's so funny about it? Like, again, they could sing whenever, right? What's stopping them? They sang for their team. I laughed because it was fun. Ah. You joined them and sang the one song with them. Ah. Well, I mean, hey, you know, you're more than allowed to participate, you know. Nothing's stopping you from like singing along to a national anthem that is not yours, right? Heck, I tend to sing the national anthem for the United States sometimes just because I just want to, right? Ugh, that's ugly. I don't like that. I think it looks better the way I presented it before. It was called. Okay, I promise I won't pronounce it out loud. I almost tempted to pronounce it. Something's not right with the foot, though. Okay, well, first of all, let's try... This is how I would do it. I think this is how you do it. Oh, it's not their national anthem. This song is like a football song. I have been learning Italian for 100 days now and still don't know their anthem, actually. Well, that's better than me not learning anything new past one day. But that's cool. I'm sure that you... I thought this program's gonna crash, but no. I had a friend that could sing, like, anthems, but I have no idea how he remembers the lyrics. Not... Oh, 9 anthems. Sorry. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Yeah, okay. 9 different anthems, but in different languages, I presume. So, that's... How would you... If your friend knows so many languages, how would you describe a person? Multilingual? Maybe? I know there's bilingual, trilingual, but multilingual? I only know English, but even I'm not... but even my English isn't, like, perfect. Because I still fumble with grammar. Other things. Wow! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and some more. Wow, your friend is well versed. If your friend knows Chinese, Japanese, Korean, I don't know, like I don't know. This is not necessary, but that'd be like super cool to have, you know. I know some, he doesn't. Oh, so you know some. Oh, okay, cool. I know that someone I know has some fair degree of, like, Korean, Chinese, some Japanese, but mostly, I would say mostly Korean and Chinese. In Bulgaria, we usually know more than 2 languages. Does that include French? Because I think, you know what? It probably starts to sound familiar. Maybe it's not. Let me see. Okay, sorry. I'm looking off screen at the moment, finding... Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I almost thought it was Belgium. Yes, it is Belgium, but I don't know. Okay, sorry. I know Bulgarian, English, Serbian, Macedonia, and now you're learning Italian and German. So if you keep this up, you'll be learning like 6. That's way more. That's way more accomplished. Like I'll tell you this right now. Whatever. Yeah, at this rate, you are making more progress, and like already, you speaking, or you're typing to me English, and that's like very, very good, very, very good English right there. So you're off to amazing, amazing, amazing. I wouldn't say start. It's really, really good English. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. I mean it. I wish I had like all the time on the planet to learn Japanese, French, and other languages. That is like, man. If I knew French, if I could learn, if I knew French earlier when I was younger, and like I would have, but my mother just like took us out. But that's like a whole other story. But if I knew French, I would have been a little bit better off, at least here in Canada. Canada, we primarily speak French and English, but given how we have so many different people coming over to our country, it's no surprise we have the other languages, but mainly it's just French and English. So yeah, and there are some places in Canada that is more French focused than others, and especially here in New Brunswick, that's where I live, we actually have not one but 2 languages that we tend to like interchange. Where I used to grow up, it was more like both in a way. So but I wasn't able to learn French by the time my mother decided to just pull us out from the school at the age of 9 because reasons. But had I learned French during my time at the course, probably would have at least know some, maybe better. I don't know. I know my sister, who's living with my mother, knows a bit more French than me and the twins anyway. Sorry. So Bulgaria, Serbia, and North Macedonia are neighboring countries, and their languages are really similar. This is why I know them. The French is hard. I tried it. I know. French is hard, yes. I need to like catch a breather there. Sorry. Yeah. I can't tell you how hard it is to understand French at times. Here's the thing. In spite of that, I know some French, but that's not to say I'm like, I know what they mean or something like that. It's just like, I kind of just pick up a few liners, but that's it really. Just like nothing more than that. Nothing more than that. So it's like, I know bonjour and what else? Sorry, what else? Merci, followed by beaucoup if you want to make it sound like thank you very much, And I kind of pick up some, but not not really. I hope that kind of make that clicks with you, you know what I mean? So I had a friend who's learning French, and she is killing it. I know some words like bye baby. In French? That's a start. Yeah, I have someone who is actually a native French speaker a French speaker, yes. And looking up on one of the let's see. Just a sec. I have like one of the Discord messages I have up here. It's language related, kind of, but January 7th, 2024. Did you know there's this thing called King's Cake or something? So in that King's Cake, there's a bean in it. So if you pick the correct piece with the bean, which might contain a bean inside, you become a king or a queen for a day. And that's a thing I just learned. But that's like a French stuff, right? So French, this is like a French thing to do, right? Not here in Canada, though. Talking about like France. But this activity does not limit it to just France. But in French-speaking countries too, actually. I don't know if your country also speaks French to some degree, but I'll list it anyway. There's Belgium, Quebec, there's Flanders and Wallonia. Again, I'm sorry if I pronounce much this. I can't pronounce well today. Anyway, yeah, Belgium speaks French, apparently. So yeah, I'm also looking forward to learning Turkish. I just can't do French. It's really hard. The Italians know French, though. They are really, really good. I see. I didn't. Oh, see. Yeah. Well, if you come over to Canada, one of the places you should be mindful for if you head over to Quebec. It's pretty much French center. I know for sure. There are places in Canada that speaks French Canadian too, but it's not entirely mandated or standardized, if that makes sense. I guess so. And my mother, she speaks either French or English, whichever depends on who she's speaking with, right? But my father's like only knows English. You can pretty much guess which one I picked up more, right? Okay. Tails. I almost forgot. There we go. My mother knows Bulgarian and Russian. My father knows Bulgarian, Russian, Turkish, and neither knows English. Well, I mean, where you're from, I don't think it's not like necessary to know English, but it's beneficial. Most places on Earth speaks English. Mostly, anyway. Wait a minute. Okay, wait. Wasn't there Knuckles? No, I don't think I did. I took a reference, okay. But I should have reference for Knuckles still. Knuckles Deacon, yay! Boom, boom. Wait a minute. Okay, that's the Sonic X. I do like this model though. This one's a banger. There we go. If you're wondering what the heck the background noise is coming from, that's just my brother playing his video games. He's basically just a room behind where I am. So they know Russian because Bulgaria was a socialist country some time ago and was under USSR. Ah, now we are capitalist country. We have to learn English in school. I see. Reminds me of a person who lives up in Germany, and they have to learn like at least another language, maybe two more. Oh, sorry, like not just like main, but another one and another one after it, like three at the minimum. Like not only you need to know your native language, but like I think it was like French or maybe Dutch or something like that. I don't know. Feel free to correct me though, but there seems to be like, you know, like a requirement of a sort, you know. But me, I'm just like, I'm too old to feel like I want to like invest in it, you know. If that makes sense. And if you're still here right now, ad is playing, so it should be fine, which is cool. I wish it wasn't like that for everybody, so. Bum 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 bum. Knuckles, my man. He's next, so. Actually, Bulgaria is the oldest state in Europe. We have a lot of interesting history. I didn't know that. You made Knuckles look too friendly. Ah, I know. But I'm gonna hopefully refine Knuckles a little bit. At least I hope so, anyway. He's actually the first character I decided to sketch, believe it or not. Knuckles is like... So I know he looks a little rough around the edges, so I'm sorry if he looks a little off. I tend to draw characters looking a bit more friendly, not gonna lie. I might be able to do something about it. I think I might be able to, but just like... Go easy on me, okay? It's fine. I know, it's a sketch, but I need to draw something for Sonic 3 anyway. If you haven't played Sonic 3 yet... Well... Oh, okay. Well... Thanks for hanging out, man. Thank you for coming over. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate your time and visit. I've learned a lot from you. Maybe not a lot. I probably will forget, but thanks for coming by. And enjoy the rest of your day, too. That was great. Yeah, maybe I'll try to do something about Knuckles, so... I'll try. I'll try to. Actually, I don't know how. Damn dreadlocks. Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay, that's nice. Oh, it's almost perfect right there, but I think that's fine enough for, well, it's more like, actually, it's more like here, actually. I kind of like how that looks, so let's move that, let's move it to maybe like here. Not too much, though. Can I say I really enjoyed this? Because I am. He also looks a little taller, I guess. And if you guys are thinking, hey, this is going to be like fully illustrated, no, it's not going to be. So, sorry. I don't think it's not meant to be like, you know, I would love to. Like, this is fun. Not gonna. I like to continue working on it, but I just want to like keep things simple for now. And again, it's like, you know, just want to just sketch. I find sketching just to be more enjoyable, really. I actually forgot that, but I'm sure glad I didn't. Not entirely, but still. Yeah, I can do it. I can do it. So far, so good, right? Nike swoosh. Yes. Nike swoosh. my man Knuckles. Bum 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 bum. I hope I don't kill my ears after that. It's actually a little quieter. I didn't adjust it. It's a YouTube thing. I'm not sure if that's anatomically correct, but that's cool. Nice. I feel like maybe it's just a little longer, but I think I fixed that. Just a little bit. Like, maybe around here, I think. Might as well make his fist bigger. And that should be just fine. I think this is appropriate at the moment. All right. I know I'm still missing details, but I consider the fist to be actually much easier than it looks. So it's just gloves, really, the easiest ever. I like it. Thanks, Knuckles. You saved me time. Oh yeah, boy. Right. Bolts or studs, the kinds that look like Legos. There we go. Oh yeah. Hops. I decided to start bottom first. So we'll do that first. I'm gonna try and improve the design. This is actually the first real attempt at designing a Sonic OC. I have drew him before, but that was like, you know, a rough idea. I really like this thing. I'm sorry. If you're wondering, that's Marble Garden Zone alternative style. It's one of those songs that is so catchy enough that it's great for like homework, you know? Yep. One more time. One more time. Gets me on a roll. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. I didn't want him to have like a weird looking nose, and I'm glad I did. Pops the tree frog. There we go. Look at that. Now let's group them up together. Oops. Wait, what? Wait, there's more. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Sometimes I wonder if he looks better just like that. I think he looks fine there for now. In that order. There we go. Bum ba-dum bum bum dum da dum dum dum. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Well, Dun, 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 dun. Dirt. I actually forgot this bit. My goodness. I think I can fix that. Might as well start with hops the next, so. Ad break. And over. I'm just gonna pick the one that is officially picked for the It's experimental, sure. Miles, Tails, Growler. Big shoes. Yeah, it's coming along. Knuckles! Yeah, I'm gonna have to whip out the... There is my man. Oh my gosh. Honestly, it's kind of bright to my eyes. But I think this should tone it down a little better. Or I could just... Look at that. Late. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I think I can make it just a little bit more interesting. Man, so many options. Okay, yeah, that's the one. I think this would be more interesting. Yeah, I know I cheated by not incorporating the whites. There are two ways I could go about it. What I could do is just in case. But I think Knuckles is fine. That's just like... Yeah. Have I not saved after a while? My goodness. No worries. That's the scene. Now then. Let's, use... Bing. Alright, here we go. I'm happy with that. I will say. I end up, like, doing something that I kind of wanted to, but at the same time, I'm like, didn't originally going to do that, but look at that. No, I think it's fine. Now, let's do a little bit of this. Oh no. Firefox died again. Well, not that it's a big ordeal, but it's like stupid.
Welcome to Now in the 90s, where we look at the video game releases of 30 years ago today. This week, an SNES platformer from the future, more CD FMV games, and the blue blur clashes with a red unstoppable force. Hi, I'm your host, Jared, and today is February 2nd, 1994. Three times the characters, three times the stages, three times the hype. Released on this very day 30 years ago, February 2nd, 1994, was Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for the Sega Genesis. Sonic 3 is a side-scrolling action platformer. Play as Sonic, Tails, or both of them together as you speed through numerous stages.
Not
collecting
for
rings, new
Knuckles.
power-ups,
Not yet,
a
anyway.
fire shield, a water shield, and a lightning shield, all with different abilities for Sonic to use. New bonus stages are introduced, allowing you to collect a ton of rings, get power-ups from a gumball vending machine, and run through spheres in order to collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds. For something different, you can play as just Tails, allowing you to fly through areas, or let player 2 carry Sonic up to different heights. Fight bosses at the end of each zone, become Super Sonic with the Chaos Emeralds, and take down the evil Dr. Robotnik's Death Egg for good, definitely for real this time. Sonic 3 was developed and published by Sega, but the Japanese side of Sega. Sega had the Sega Technical Institute development team, which was in charge of all things Sonic, but it had a Japanese branch and an American branch. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was developed entirely by the American team, and going into 1993, both teams were ready to make new Sonic games, only with the Japan team getting Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and the American team getting stuck with making Sonic Spinball. Whereas Sonic 2 was made in only a single year, Sonic 3 was given a little more time to marinate, and the two side by side really shows the upgrades that Sonic 3 got. The graphics are much improved with awesome looking backgrounds, a lot of pseudo 3D effects, and a bunch of foreground elements. The power-ups are better, the game lets you save your progress and has a bunch of save files available, and the bosses are impressive. It can't be understated how much better Sonic 3 was compared to the previous games when it was coming out. And of course, the music is really, really good. Perhaps the most infamous rumor with Sonic 3 for decades was that the music was composed by pop sensation Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was a fan of Sonic, which led to him working with Sega to make the 1990 arcade game Moonwalker, which also got a home Sega Genesis version, which was honestly pretty good. There's a lot of speculation and hearsay when it comes to Jackson's involvement, though it's all but confirmed by Sega themselves. But it's said that Jackson dropped out of Sonic 3 due to frustrations of hardware limitations, not letting his music fit his perfectionism, asking to be dropped from all credits. And it's also said that he was dropped as his scandals started reaching the public eye. It's probably both. It does fall in line with Sega's strategy when it came to advertising their games in America. Use big names and star power to help sell it. But Sega had one more major tactic for Sonic the Hedgehog 3, releasing it on Groundhog Day.
It's Groundhog Day!
That's right.
Sonic 3 is coming. Look for the shadow! On Groundhog Day. Make that hedgehog.
And yep.
Did you see the shadow? Look out! Sonic 3, February 2nd.
February 2nd became the day for Sonic 3. It had a lot of marketing push leading up to its release, thanks to a substantial budget to make Sonic 3 the biggest Sonic yet. He got cover spots for Electronic Gaming Monthly, GamePro, GameFan, and Sega Visions magazines. There was tons of preview articles leading up to its release, showcasing all of the zones to play through and putting emphasis on Sonic's cool new rival, Knuckles the Echidna. Toys R Us also had a promotion where pre-ordering Sonic 3 would get you a free CD with music from all the Sonic games. Perhaps the weirdest promotion was the UK release. Sega collaborated with the British music group Right Said Fred, the I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt guys, to adapt their song Wonder Man to include references to Sonic. The heavy marketing push is also what led to Sonic 3 getting split apart. Originally, a lot more was planned for the game, such as making Knuckles a playable character. But Sega had a deadline. It had to be February 1994. Not just because they really wanted to use Groundhog's Day as their release event, but also because they were committed to releasing a Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Happy Meal toy line from McDonald's around the same time.
Where do the stars
Yes.
of Sonic 3 go?
You can pick McDonald's for that, but
Are you guys in there?
Hey, here's a hint. They're at McDonald's in the $1.99 Sonic 3 Hamburger Happy Meal. Sonic launches with a push of a button. Tails flies who knows how high. And Robotnik barely dodges disaster. There's even this sweepstakes thing where 10,000 lucky folks will win free Sonic 3 cartridges. So if you're still looking for Sonic and his friends,
I need to report a missing hedgehog.
take the kids to McDonald's, where what you want is what you get.
With the deadline looming and the scope of the game becoming very expensive, they were forced to split the development in half, with the other half eventually becoming the game Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic 3 was loved upon release. Reviews for it were glowing with its praise. EGM awarded an average 9.5 out of 10 with the Editor's Choice Platinum Award, saying it blows away anything you've ever seen. GamePro magazine gave it a 4.75 out of 5. It was a huge success. It would go on to sell over
But
4
still,
million
very
copies,
impressive.
beaten only by Sonic 1, Sonic 2, and Aladdin. Knuckles would go
Yeah, it's sad. It's honestly way better that it deserved better, if that makes sense, right? Actually, let's just create new from that. Mighty detail. I'm conflicted as to how am I going to do this one. I had to sacrifice quality before, like, if I were to do her in every frame, that would be like ridiculous. I would love to have her in her usual uniform or outfit, that one. Like, I really like it, but it's just yeah. Yeah. I think I probably should go for something like simpler. This is tough. Like, I can't do detailed characters. If I were to do animation, it's gonna have to be simple, right? I want to do Lisa, but how am I gonna do that? Probably gonna have to, like, well, I guess if we're on a bed, I guess a nightgown of some sort would be fine. So something along the lines of that.
go on to be a series regular for the rest of the franchise. It would also get bundled with Sega Genesis consoles in the coming years. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was such a big deal that, as far as we can tell, no other Sega Genesis game released in February. No one wanted to compete with Sonic 3. There are Sega CD games, sure, but no other Sega Genesis games. And if you wanted to play Sonic the Hedgehog 3 now, you easily can, as it's included in the Sonic Origins collection, available on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. Although, it does conspicuously have certain music changed. I guess we have a sort of theme with today's episode. Games with weird music collaborations. Another example of this one is Excalibur, released for the Super NES this
Excalibur.
week in 1994. Excalibur is an action platformer. In the year 2097, take up your sword to protect the post-apocalyptic city of Neo, New York. Mutant bad guys have taken over thanks to a ruthless warlord, and all you have is your trusty sword to take them down. Jump, attack, block, and use special attacks like a charged energy blast to defeat each boss. Slice your way through 6 different levels with a surprising amount of cutscenes. And if you want, you can do a 2-player versus mode with a second player controlling the different bosses. Excalibur 2097 was published by Activision for North America. It was heavily localized and retranslated, as the American version is about warlords and mutants, but the plot of the Japanese game is playing as a prisoner accepting a contract from the government to take down the mafia. It's also why the many cutscenes that play feature character designs with a Japanese anime style aesthetic. And it rules. What was used as a major selling point was the music that Excalibur featured. It had several tracks from the American techno group Psychosonic, made into 16-bit chiptune style for the SNES game. Who is Psychosonic? I'm not super sure. The only thing I know of them is that they're on the Mortal Kombat Annihilation movie soundtrack. Remember that one scene where Raiden fights a bunch of reptiles?
It's Raiden!
That's Psychosonic.
Close enough.
I still like that song. It wasn't a completely overlooked game, as it got a small amount of preview coverage. EGM had a 2-page feature in issue 55, and Nintendo Power's April 1994 issue gave a full walkthrough of the entire game. Review-wise, it was seen as just okay, an average action platformer with not a lot to write home about, even if the two-player mode was a fun novelty. EGM awarded it with an average score of a 6.75 out of 10, and Nintendo Power had an average 3.7 out of 5 review score, with the biggest criticism is that it's a very short game, like 35 minutes or so. This is another one of those Super Nintendo oddities that didn't reach a large audience, isn't fondly remembered, and didn't have much of a legacy. As such, Excalibur 2097 has never been ported, enhanced, or re-released for anything else. CD technology continues to be optimized for what else? FMV games. Also released in February 1994 for the Sega CD was Mansion of Hidden Souls. Mansion of Hidden Souls is a first-person point-and-click game. Your sister has become lost in a spooky mansion. It's up to you to find her. Move around the mansion slowly, pick up objects and use them to solve puzzles to go deeper into the mansion. Have spooky conversations with spooky ghosts who take on the form of butterflies, making them completely not spooky at all. Solve the puzzles in every room, make your way through the mansion, and enjoy some cutscenes running at a staggering 6 frames per second. Mansion of Hidden Souls was published in North America by Vic Tokai, who may be best known for games like Clash at Demon Head and Decap Attack. The gameplay is very similar to other point-and-click adventure games of the time, such as Myst, or more accurately, a game like D. There's lots of slow walking around the mansion, and surprisingly, very few puzzles. It's more about walking around than actually using your brain.
Let me check here. Hopefully I'm not missing any.
EGM first showcased it in their December 1993
No, that's fine.
using it to take shots at Night Trap because you actually move through the house and aren't just a bunch of surveillance cameras. They also said it plays like Wolfenstein 3D and is a surefire purchase for Sega CD owners. Advertisements also tried to play up its realistic environments and horror factor. The magazine page ad insinuated that
I can't wait in the next
your hair
5 years that will be like a
up from the sheer horror of it all. And
yeah. At this rate, I can't wait for the series to continue in another 9 years, where he will finally discuss about Sonic Adventure, baby.
Cause harm to your mental state instead of calling it what it is, which is a baby game for babies. Shockingly, it reviewed pretty well. GamePro magazine awarded it an average 4.6 out of 5, because of course they did, calling it a good scary time until someone shows up with the 7th guest. EGM also reviewed it with an average score of a 7.6 out of 10. It did well enough that it would get
It's about to play ads though.
Saturn titled
Just keep in mind.
Mansion of Hidden Souls. It's not a remake or a reimagining. It is a sequel, which you can tell because they put the word "the" at the beginning. If you're feeling nostalgic for a slow-paced, uneventful, boring FMV game to play again, it surprisingly did get re-released. It's included on the Sega Genesis Mini 2, which includes a handful of Sega CD games.
I had no idea.
Mansion of Hidden Souls. As for everything else released this week in 1994, he's fast-paced, exciting, but still FMV. Here's Editor Dylan. You know, with no other Genesis games released this month, does this mean to have less sports games to cover?
Boy, you would think so. Bill Walsh College Football has been peppering each console release throughout last year. This time we get the Super Nintendo version, and I'm not playing it again. But don't worry, it won't be the last time we see Bill Walsh on the SNES this year.
Well, lucky you.
That's right, lucky me. If American football isn't your bag, then how about baseball with Super Bases Loaded 2? I covered Bases Loaded Super since it's common for...
I'm skipping it. Skip it.
Whenever he pops up, you know they're not going to hold any version of the credits. You know, the guy who made PlayStation, all throughout the... which was one of the best-selling keyboards of all time. Known mainly for its plethora of instrument samples, but easily the most iconic one is the 46th patch, aka the slap bass. And yes, the Seinfeld theme didn't use a real bass. Did you know? 8 games released on these consoles this week in 1994. Now you see why I try to stick to first impressions instead of researching stuff. My ADHD ass will follow a trail of information for our Music Preservation Foundation. This was the main source that distracted me from my actual job.
2097 hasn't made the cut. It had a retail release price of $59.99, and now it's only $21 for the game. A complete copy does go up to $80 though. It released with a suggested price of $69.99, and now the cartridge is worth $25. A complete box copy is worth $50. No idea about that pre-order music CD if you got that still though.
Man, that's hella expensive for the time. Not gonna lie.
Excalibur 2097 hasn't made the cut. Line gets a weird game, and one of the best fighting games available for the NES.
Yeah. Pretty great, though. Might as well just, like...
Do you recognize that iconic intro? Why
Yes,
it's
I
actually
remember that.
an oversound from a Famicom game. You've probably heard it from watching creators a part of Normal Boots, which was a content portal and group. Nowadays, it's mainly just a forgotten brand that many popular
I may as well start with that before I'm done.
part of. It's been closed and reopened and rehauled to a shell of what it once was. Normal Boots was created by now popular content creators JonTron and Peanut Butter Gamer in late 2010. When it was created, they were basically nobodies. The reason for its existence was to have a website to host their content and collect advertisement revenue.
But if you watch the videos on our site, we get revenue, which we can then use to make better videos for you. See, it's all about you.
And also to start and host a community of gamers. Nowadays, we take it for granted how relatively easy it is to monetize your content. Back then, being in the YouTube Partner Program was a luxury, and the money wasn't like how it is now. So a lot of creators would post their content onto YouTube to drive traffic to their website and make money through ads on there. And on their website, to help incentivize the audience to get off YouTube, they would release their content on there first. That's why when you rewatch old AVGN episodes on YouTube, there's a logo for another website with the original air date. John and PBG met while working at Screw Attack, a video game media company, and they left to start Normal Boots. The name is a parody of how RPG video games label items. The early days of the website saw the addition of some now forgotten creators, such as Cold Morning and Underbelly. Cold Morning only ever passed 500 subscribers on YouTube. They were the first to leave for unknown reasons. They left Normal Boots around October 2011, and they haven't posted online since March 2014. From my understanding, they were replaced by The Completionist. Underbelly, which did skit comedy, left in June 2012, quickly being replaced by Did You Know Gaming. Unlike Cold Morning, the Underbelly channel was somewhat popular. As of now, they have about 50,000 subscribers. Their channel didn't last much longer after leaving Normal Boots. They tried to relaunch in April 2017, although it was very short-lived, and they've been inactive since. However, they've recently re-entered the public consciousness due to the channel being featured in the most recent viral
Oh,
video
no.
by H Bomber Guy. Apparently one of their videos contained plagiarism. Looking at these creators who left early on, especially Cold Morning, it's very depressing. It's like researching Pete Best, the drummer who left the Beatles right before their fame. Someone who was so close to fame and fortune, but either just weren't good enough or didn't stick around long enough to achieve it. And now their channels just sit there, collecting dust. The
And
main
crickets.
goal of Normal Boots' website would change over the years. It was closed in 2012, as the creators who operated it no longer depended on it to profit off their content. The channels listed on the website when they closed were JonTron, PBG, Continue, The Completionist, Indie Game Searchlight, and Did You Know Gaming. Prior to Normal Boots reopening in 2014, Shane Gill of Did You Know Gaming launched Hidden Block, a very similar content group to Normal Boots. It became affiliated after Normal Boots' relaunch, as Did You Know Gaming would be a part of both groups. Now, why was Normal Boots relaunched? Well, because they had a new reason to run the website, for hosting content that was having issues staying up on YouTube, as creators were facing issues with copyright takedowns around this time. So if they couldn't host the video on YouTube, the creator would make a video announcing the release of the video on their YouTube channel and tell their audience if they wanted to watch it, they had to go to the Normal Boots website. In 2016, a fan-made Normal
I
Boots
remember. I think I remember a little bit of
with
that.
many of the creators actually providing their voices for the game. This marks
Oh
the
my
end
god, I
of
remember
Normal
this
Boots'
one.
golden age.
I
It's
haven't
all
played it,
downhill
but
from
oh
here.
my
From
gosh.
2017 to 2019,
It was
Normal
cringe,
Boots creators
from what I've
included
heard.
one of the founders would depart, seemingly due to controversies they got involved with. Normal Boots would relaunch again in 2021 with new creators like Chad Trump.
Wow.
But it's been abandoned once again, it seems. In today's video, we're going to look at the careers of many creators who were once, or still are, a part of Normal Boots, and see how they're doing now, and if they left, what caused them to leave. This is in no particular order. Peanut Butter Gamer, real name Austin Hargrave, was one of the 2 original members of Normal Boots. For a bit, he was actually more popular than JonTron, although John would end up surpassing his popularity by a lot. PBG made videos as a child, but when he turned 19 was when he started creating content under the name Peanut Butter Gamer. The oldest video currently on his channel was released in October 2009. He produced humorous video editorials about games, with skits and the likes, similar to the AVGN, but he had his own style to it. His content seemed to focus more on the Nintendo 64 era, which makes sense as he didn't grow up in the NES era like the AVGN did. Although, like all retro gaming channels, he didn't shy away from talking about the NES, because, I mean, if you're a retro gaming channel, it's like, how could you not talk about the NES? Prior to Normal Boots, he worked at Screw Attack, which is where he met JonTron. Some of the most popular videos he made was where he would show off and discuss weird hacks he did in popular video games. The most successful video he ever made was called Super Mario 64 Hacking, and it has 13 million views. He was also known for producing videos relating to horror elements in games, like urban legends and creepypastas, running a series called The G-Files, with some of these being his most viewed videos. Other things you may know PBG for was Zelda Month. For years, every November on his channel, he would release numerous videos about The Legend of Zelda. He also made a lot of popular content about children's games, such as those based off the Arthur franchise. And also Putt Putt, which is a pretty infamous point-and-click adventure game released on PC for kids. On his second channel called PBG Gameplay, he hosted a beloved Let's Play of Minecraft Hardcore. On this mode of Minecraft, if you get game overed, you can't respond. The first season included guests like JonTron, the Completionists, and more, all playing on the same world at the same time. PBG never had any crazy or noteworthy drama that surrounded him. He's kept a pretty clean record, unlike some of the other creators in this video. Nowadays, his channel does pretty well, although it's nowhere near the powerhouse it once was. It isn't common for him to crack 1 million views on a video anymore. As of me writing this, he is still a part of whatever remains of Normal Boots, and he just became a father, so congratulations to him. Jonathan Aryan Jafari, more commonly known as JonTron, was one of the original founders of Normal Boots, and their biggest star. He's Iranian-Hungarian and the son of immigrants. Growing up, he was a fan of video games and partook in musical theater. He started posting content as far back as 2003, posting animations starring anthropomorphic onions. For a brief while, in 2010, he was a part of Screw Attack, which is a common theme among a few of the Normal Boots creators. He eclipsed people like the AVGN in popularity by a long shot. John became an actual figure in pop culture. His videos were humorous, he had a very unique style to it, and they were slickly edited, which made them beloved. While he started his career talking about old video games, he eventually moved on to discussing movies, and even got to work with Disney on a Star Wars series to promote The Force Awakens. Although nowadays, most people probably don't even know him as a retro game reviewer or as a film critic. They all likely know him as the Flex Tape Guy. A video of John mocking the commercials of the product has obtained over 70 million views, and with a sequel that got almost 30 million. John's other videos still get millions upon millions of views even to this day. He was the most popular Normal Boots creator back then, and even today, nobody even comes close to his popularity that was a part of that brand. We're getting too far ahead of ourselves though. Prior to JonTron, he had a series called The Tales of Super John, where he joked about topics like communism.
Prepare for a new age of Super John and possibly communism. To say the least, I was proud of my revolutionary decree and decided to move on to greater things.
The JonTron channel started in 2010 with a 2-part review of Daikatana for Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah.
Really take off after his video about Dino City reached the front page of Reddit in 2011. This video is also how Egoraptor, real name Aaron Hansen, discovered him. Over the past decade, JonTron has done many things. He was a part of the original duo of Game Grumps, a popular Let's Play channel with a cult fanbase. He would leave after about a year, which led to speculation as to why. It was a very successful channel, and it wasn't hard to make an episode. All we had to do was record him and his co-host Aaron playing some games, pass the footage to a video editor, and collect a check. There's still discussion about this that goes on to this very day, and there's a lot of wild conspiracy theories. The Game Grumps channel is still around today, although I think most would agree its glory days are long over. For other noteworthy things John got to do, like I said, he did a series on Star Wars in partnership with Disney. While John's videos have always been of a higher quality, due to Disney being involved, these videos have a pretty insane production value. Although some fans aren't the happiest with them, at least with the first few episodes, likely due to the fact that John didn't even direct them. He would direct the later episodes, and that seems to have paid off. His fans were really happy with the final episode, as Aaron from Game Grumps appeared in it. A nice little reunion, after there was speculation of the two not being on good terms. Listen, there's a lot of esoteric JonTron lore I would love to go over. Maybe someday we can go into great detail about it all, but John is only one of the many people we are talking about today. So let's just jump to the most infamous part of his career already. Now, John's departure from Normal Boots happened around the time of a major controversy he got himself into. At the beginning of 2017, JonTron started to talk about politics a lot. He even went onto a live stream with right-wing commentator turned politician Sargon of Akkad, which that drew some attention, but what drew even more attention, both positive and negative, was when he defended at the time Iowa Republican Congressman Steve King's anti-immigration views. Afterwards, he went onto the live stream of liberal gamer Destiny to debate him on politics. All of this caught his audience off guard, as while JonTron does have a history of making political statements for years prior to this, they were few and far between and never got too much attention. And because his content was generally apolitical, as it was just him talking about retro video games, he had a lot of different people from all over the political spectrum subscribed to him. So you have a guy who is very rarely political, mainly known for talking about Banjo-Kazooie, and has a very large audience of a bunch of different people, and now he is openly making and sharing divisive statements and worldviews. You were going to get a lot of people defending him and hating him. Shortly after his appearance on Destiny's stream, there were a bunch of articles that were released that criticized him. A lot of people on the left wanted him to be cancelled, and he did face cancellation of some form. One of the consequences of John being more openly political was his voice work being removed from the spiritual successor of Banjo-Kazooie, called Yooka-Laylee. This decision was controversial among apolitical and right-wing backers of the game, and fans of John. A while back, I got to talk to Destiny about his most infamous...
I'm gonna have to, end the stream for the time being. I know this isn't so much, but I definitely do enjoy the Sonic 3, drawing. It's a little longer than I wanted to stream anyway, but hey, at least I'm doing something. Actually, it's just about good, so I think that's gonna be it for now. That's gonna do it. So, right now, I think I'm just gonna head off for now. I'll see you guys. Definitely for not Saturday, but Sunday most likely. But till then, see you all not on the next stream. Peace out.